What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do the Q&A. So Sarah's going to read the questions and we're going to go through this together and answer some questions that you all had.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Laser Engraving with Matt. Clearly I am not Matt. If you don't know me, I am Sarah. I am Matt's wife, and together we run our laser engraving business. Clearly Matt is the brains behind everything laser and who you see mostly, but I tend to stay behind the scenes. So today I'm going to be asking him all of your questions. Everything you asked in that previous video, we're going to be asking him all the nitty-gritty. If you have any other questions that you didn't get a chance to ask, leave a comment down below and we'll be sure he can get to them later. So our first comment came from Joel, and he is saying that he is having trouble trying to find the right price range that won't turn a new buyer away. So he wants to know if Matt will take some time to cover a more in-depth breakdown on how he prices an item.
Yes, I can do that. I will do a future video on that. I'll get something working. We'll do that for the future video.
P&G says they're looking to expand again and purchase a standalone 30 watt or 50 watt fiber laser for metal marking. What should they try to stay away from?
Well, I think I would stay away from the smaller lasers just because on the fiber, they don't get that big. And as far as the fiber goes, the bigger the wattage, the faster it's going to be. So if you want speed, I would definitely go that route and stay away from the smaller ones. If you're okay and not having the speed, then that's fine. As far as fibers, they're pretty basic, and I don't think there isn't too much you have to stay away from.
SciWiz asks, have you ever considered getting a CNC machine with your lasers to expand on some of your product service offerings? And along with that, should others look at getting a CNC machine?
As far as the CNC table, yes, I think you should get it. Yes, I want one. I have two family members that have one, and I don't want to make any waves per se because I don't want it to, think that I'm going their way and doing what they do, because we're all our own business owners. So, I think, yeah, to help your business grow and stuff, yeah, definitely do it. We're looking at a couple of different things that is going to help our business grow, and you guys are going to see it when it unfolds on here. And we're just, because we want to get bigger,
Carapine asks, what was the most important change that you have done so far that you weren't expecting for your business to succeed? Specifically, Carapine mentions like changing a product or getting a certain machine, maybe doing more advertising, changing up when family time is, maybe just changing up your mindset. And then along with that, what brought about the changes to be able to do that?
So I would have to say, when we started this, I never thought in a million years it would be full-time with my wife and I to be home and to do what we like to do, and that's basically homesteading and owning our own business and have the freedom. We're pretty grateful, and we know we are. The other thing is, I would have to say font. So there was an item that we did, and we sold a ton of it, and we changed the font a different direction, and the item sold like tenfold. It was insane. So the little things.
Sean asks, have you ever thought of getting a UV printer to allow you to do color designs on non-laserable products?
Sean, that would be yes. I have thought of them. I've looked into them. My brother, he actually has a few of them. I think 3. Well, technically he has 6, I think. He's had 2 different brands and a lot of issues with them. The one main thing that gets me on those printers, and they've come a long ways now too, but you have to run them so often. They can't just sit there. Like my laser, I can leave, go on a week vacation with my family, no big deal. Week later I can come and start them up and start using them right away like nothing's wrong. If I did that with one of those printers, the head would be junk because the ink gets hard in there. You have to run them every so often. So I don't know. There's a lot of negative with those yet. They need to fix some things. I have reached out and contacted a couple of people to ask questions more about them, but they still haven't done that yet. So the main thing is the white, and the other thing is the ink and everything. It's really expensive. With one of those heads go out, it's $3 grand, and my brother goes through quite a bit of those heads, so I don't know. Not there yet, but yes, I think they're sweet machines.
Andy asks, how do you decide what new products to make, and how do you go about designing new products?
Andy, that's probably one of the easier questions. For us, I would say, is we have a lot of people that come to us and say, hey, can you make this for us? And every time we do, we put that on the list and we make that product. Because if they want it, that means there's a million other people out there that want it. So why not do it?
Joel asks, when researching products to list, what are your favorite tools to use for research? Do you like websites, some add-ons, some plugins, some services we might not know about?
Joel, we don't have any kind of plugins, websites, nothing. There was, what is it called? It was orange, marmalade, I think it was called, or something like that. It was for Etsy. You put your thing in and it tell you where you rank and everything. We tried it once. It didn't work. It didn't do a difference for our stuff. The easiest way is you look at your competitors, and this is easy. Just go to the first page of, I don't know, tumblers, and your first listing is gonna be, you're gonna see ads. Don't click on those. Don't be mean to people. But look on your first top page, your first ones underneath the ad. Look at all of them. Look at the words. Now take a word from each one and put it in yours. Boom. You're doing way better than what Marmalade or whatever that one was telling you. That's what we do. Now it comes more fluent to us, I guess you could say. When we list something, we call it a bunch of stuff that we would call it, and that's how we do it, and we sell. So, we probably could get more if I went back to the old way, but I don't know. It also slows me down, and speed is, time is money. So that's what we do. We don't use any websites. I don't have any to promote to you.
The next question, as a new seller on Etsy, should I pay for placement or pay for advertising?
That's a good one. I would say advertisement is probably your best bet. That's what we do anyways. So I just go with that route.
Next question is, can you talk about your early days before you purchased your Epilogue laser? When did you know it was time to upgrade?
When did I know it was time to upgrade? Well, back when we had our first laser ever, it was eBay laser, so basically Amtech. It was before all those names were even out. We got it, and we started getting busy. We had, I think it was 5 orders, which back then it was busy to us. Now, that's not busy today. But we couldn't keep up and learning, the laser and everything. And I remember it going out, the laser tube going out, and they said it would take 30 days to 60 days before I got a tube back then. Well, we couldn't wait that long, so I had to come up with a different solution. And that's when I called Epilogue, and that's how we got onto that boat. As far as owning the Epilogue, and we got that going, when we knew we had to upgrade, is we felt the pressure because I couldn't keep up. When I was doing my day job, I would stay up and I'd get 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep and then go to work the next morning because I'd have to stay up throughout the night just to keep the lasers going. And we worked every weekend. And when I mean worked, I'm not saying we ran 2 or 3 products and that was it. That laser was on on the weekends. Saturday morning when I got up, it was probably, back then it was probably about 5 in the morning, and then I would go until 2, 3 in the night or in the morning, and then go take a nap on the couch and then get back up and do it again. We decided we didn't want to do that no more. We needed to upgrade or get another laser so we can keep up, and that's when we did that. And at that same time, we got the laser that we got is because we stumbled across a job that was a big metal job, so we got the fiber, and so we added that on there, which was a good thing at that time.
So Ben says that he had a lot of medical issues that have kept him on the sidelines. Like you have mentioned, you've had some medical issues that sometimes keep you from your business. How do you deal with the recuperation time when you have to balance with the wish to be out making products?
Well, for me, like when I had that surgery a little while back, I knew it was coming, so obviously we prepared for that, but we kept up where we were busy. We got our orders done the day before I left. I was still doing orders to make sure I was caught up. So we have it set up on, we tell everyone it's 3 to 6 business days for that reason, because then you have at least one full week until you had to have the product done, and it gave me time to rest. But after a couple of days, I was up and walking around. After a day, I was up walking around anyways, and I can stand there and do the job. That's one thing about the laser engraving. It's not a physical demanding job, so you can pretty much do it with almost, I wouldn't say every surgery, but almost every surgery, to a certain extent. But yeah, that's about it. We have our sick days, and I'm probably, like back when I was working for someone else, I'd have a sick day and I would go to work. Even if I was sick, I'd go to work unless I was throwing up. Now it's like if I'm not feeling the greatest, even if I didn't throw up, I just take it easy that day. I don't work. For one, I don't want to be coughing or anything on a bunch of stuff and then have it going out. But also, I can. It's the freedom that I can do it. I just can. It's my business.
Eric asks, outside of price, what factors do you use to select the best laser for your business model?
That'd be a good one. Well, first, when I stumbled across all the lasers, diode laser I truly think is gonna be the laser of the future. But the reason why I went towards Epilogue is because back then they didn't have the chillers like they have nowadays. So for like other lasers, for the Thunder laser and so forth, all the water tube lasers, Epilogue had air cooled, so it therefore gave me one less thing to worry about, because that tube went out and that wrecked us. So that gave me the confidence of not have to worry about something. The other thing was Epilogue has, compared to your water cooled lasers, they have a finer laser, or you can do finer detail. So that was another one. Let's see. The things I really look for is the quality of the machine, but I would say out of all of those things, and out of all those things, it would be customer service. If you can't go through a company and they can't give you a good customer service to how to fix the machine and troubleshoot, then that machine's worthless in my eyes. Customer service is huge, because Epilogue has walked me through a lot of things that I didn't have to buy new, send out, and they troubleshot everything. So
Eric asked an important question. Aaron wants to know, how do you navigate around copyright and trademark, etc.? We've heard lots of people saying that they give out samples to different businesses, to CEOs with their logo and things on it, and to see if they want to order more from them. But do you ever worry that they'll have the opposite reaction and be upset that you've used their logo on your products when you give it to them?
that's a good one. So what we do is, if we want to do it for a business and send them a product, we email or contact them first. We ask them and tell them we're going to send them a product. We do not use their logo because I don't want someone coming back to me. The other thing is, as far as like Disney and sports and all that, we don't do it. We'll do it as a gift to like a family member or something, because that's fine and that's legal. Now to go sell it, that's illegal, and I don't want one little thing like that to come back and bite me in the butt and we can lose everything. So it's not worth it for me. I know personally, I know a couple people that do it, especially with Disney and sports, and they've never got nailed yet, knock on wood, but why risk it? It's just not worth the risk. You build up such an empire, why risk it all just because you're selling one item with a trademark on it? You know, it's not worth it in my eyes.